Namaste, Virgo. This is your October monthly reading. I have stopped doing the bi-weeklies, so I apologize to those who look forward to the bi-weeklies, but it was just like too difficult with all the problems that I have with YouTube. Uploading, posting, ending up in the feed. There's always some reason. The likes, the views, the numbers are never right. They're always sending me messages about, we'll try this and see if it fixes that. And I just can't anymore. You know, I have too many clients. I have for private readings and for healing work. And I'm a person like you guys too. I got my own life. So it's just, I just can't. It just wasn't working out, right? So I'm figuring that maybe if I do monthlies instead, I just got to do this one time or 12 times per month, that will make it possible. So here we are to do this. We're beginning with for yours with the Chariot in reverse. This is a card that tells us to like maybe stop and take a look at where we're going, like what direction we're moving in, if any, and why. You know, if we're at a standstill, why? What's that about? If we're moving towards something or away from something, why? Like, don't engage in movement or not moving just for the sake of it. You know, we need purpose. We need to be moving with purpose. So that's the message with that. But in terms of love, I'm feeling like I'm supposed to mention that too. We could feel like we met somebody really special, or there is somebody really special in our lives, maybe from our past, and that we're wanting to push too hard to get into something, or to the contrary, actually, we could also be feeling like we want to really go hard at getting out of a situation or relationship. And in either case, the reversal tells us to like slow down and, you know, consider again where we're going and why. Like what's the deal? What's the reason? And what will it add or not, or detract from our purpose? Now, the next card is upright, so I would normally move on, but since it's the 10 of Swords upright, with this guy with like 10 swords or daggers in his back, he's been betrayed. He has been hurt. I mean, obviously in the picture he's been killed. It doesn't mean that in a literal sense, but it is a card of somebody that you trusted just really having done you wrong, or a situation maybe in which you feel that you were treated unfairly, or again, you were very intentionally betrayed. Somebody was disloyal to you. They hurt you. And so that may be why you're wanting to move quickly to get out of a situation or out of a relationship, out of a circumstance. And if that's the case, it makes sense. But at least you figure out, like, what is my reason for doing this? And I got to make a plan, right? And earth signs are all about making a plan first. So this feeling that's moving you to just push without doing so isn't even you. That's not your style. All right, so opening up here, I was trying to open, wow, okay. I was trying to open, and then every now and then when I'm trying to open, something else wants to be seen, so it like kind of forces me to open to that. This is the Knight of Cups, obviously, in reverse, but the card that I was otherwise opening to is the King of Cups in reverse. So there could be something going on with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, maybe most likely a Cancer, with the Chariot also representing the sign of Cancer. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone like into those traits or attributes. This can also, of course, be your own energy. Maybe you're a Cuspian. Or you have some sort of water in your chart. Well, you couldn't be a Cuspian with water. If you're a Virgo, you got Leo on one side and Libra on the other. But you could have water in your chart, or you could be dealing with somebody. Somebody in your life could be that is significant to you or significant to this month in your life, could very well be a water sign, and maybe specifically a male, with the Knight and the King showing up. The Knight is often about exes and stuff returning to and being swept off your feet with love, so maybe that's why you want to move quickly and move hard. And like I said, this could even be tied to somebody from your past. This might be why I was moved to talk about love. Somebody from your past, you want to hurry up and rush to them. And that may mean getting out of something that you're currently in. Now, again, the only thing in between that you should consider is why. And if this is the reason why, because you've been treated like this, then in a way that makes you feel like this, then yeah, I'm all for it too. Hurry up with a plan first, because that's your nature and that's your style. But hurry up and get out of that, and move towards something else. And then yeah, this is being swept off your feet. Now, in terms of love, forget about being swept off your feet. The King of Cups in reverse, as it relates to love, is somebody who is willing to risk it all, for love, like for happiness. They're ready to give up. Again, if they're in a relationship already, they're sharing a house with somebody, it doesn't matter. It always reminds me of that Jodeci song, "Take my money, my house, and my car." Like, I don't care about any of those things. I want to be with you. Or I want to be happy. I want love. So I'm willing to walk away from this. Taraji P. Henson said that, she had a son already, so she had been in a relationship, but she wanted happiness and love in the future, and she had to get out of her life. She left and moved to California with $700 in her pocket, because it was just like, I just can't. I'm ready to risk everything for happiness. That's what the King of Cups is about. When he's in reverse like that. Oh, wait a minute. Now they're showing me the Hangman, which is also potentially a water sign, a Pisces. And in fact, this is the Hangman also in reverse. So Knight of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, Hangman in reverse. At work, if the King of Cups is in reverse, he is somebody who has like an emotional outburst, but it tends to ultimately be good for the office or the environment. Like, something has to come out or something needs to be said. You guys ever saw that movie Jerry Maguire, where he had to make a mission statement? So he got fired for making it, but ultimately it turned out good for him. It's like that sort of thing. All right, so now moving on to the Two of Wands, which in terms of love is a representation of soulmate relationships, divine unions, twin flame relationships in the tarot. In the tarot, the twin flame couple or divine couple are represented by the King and Queen of Wands. And so the Two of Wands is also a representation of them. But twos in general are about partnership. And also they are step 2 or stage 2 in the manifestation process, the part where we need to have faith. Twos are about faith. And this can be about bringing something into your life. Or maybe that ex, that's a possibility for some of you. You're realizing, or you have realized, that was like your one person. That was your person, like for real. Soulmate, twin flame, it's a divine union. It's something at the deepest levels of yourself. There's a connection, and maybe that's why the Piscean energy popped up at the last minute, because Neptune and Pisces rule like our deepest love, our deepest level of love, unconditional love, higher than Venus. And this is definitely higher love. And on that note, having opened to the Ace of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment and happiness and joy in whatever area of your life it touches. I'll do one more. Tower. Boom. It's so unexpected. It's so quick. It's so unexpected. This revelation or success in your life, victory in your life, new beginning after betrayal, hurt, right? The card that follows the 10 of Swords is the Ace of Swords. It's like the 11 or the 1, depending upon how you look at it. And it comes with new opportunity. Here in the energy of Wands, maybe involving an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And maybe even more specifically, the Aries moon. The Aries full moon, which occurred yesterday on October 1st. The moon represents the sign of Pisces most directly in the tarot. Again, we have this, but together, this is talking about the Aries moon and the justice that it is bringing to everybody. In addition to that, Major Arcana card 11, Justice, represents the planet Venus, which moved into your sign this week, Virgo. cut. So that Aries full moon bringing about something for you, whether it's a major revelation and you realize we were, twin flames, we were soulmates, we were this, or that was something that I really wanted to do. It's in my deepest pits of my soul that I'm being moved to this situation or circumstance. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta follow it. And this is the outcome if you do. 10 of Pentacles, security, happiness, joy, stability, everything you ever wanted. And of course, this is in your element. And I'm going to get the stand so we can pull 4 cards and you can see them more clearly as we talk about them. And I don't have to try to hold them up. All right. This should be good. If not, we'll fix that. The first card is going to most directly represent you this month. And it is the 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups also potentially about soulmate relationships and connections. Things from the people from the past, exes and so on. Surrounding energy, close friends, family members, co-workers, things of that nature. Major Arcana card Judgment represents the planet Pluto in the sign of Scorpio most directly. Judgment is one of my favorite cards about abundance that is earned sometimes at the soul level, in a spiritual sense. We earned it not through some sort of labor on this plane, although that's possible too, but very potentially we earned it through our karma, our good works, and now something is coming back to pay off. The same way things come back to bite you in the ass based on karma if you don't do right, by people in the world. Work and finance. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that's one of the best cards to have in that placement. That's Jupiter bringing in some really positive energy for you. Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion in your work and finance sector. All right. And lastly, love and relationship. Queen of Swords. Y'all got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in mind. Maybe a Libra. We just saw Major Arcana card Justice for yourselves. We'll see what this is about in a minute. Let's make sure, again, everything is in frame. Looks good. All right, so I think I talked about the 10 of Pentacles enough, but it can be about lump sums of money that you come into quickly too. Maybe that's connected to this work and finance area. Any area of your life that it touches, it really is super positive. For me, in terms of relationships, it can really be about a deepening, moving to the next step, moving in together, getting married, having a baby, like whatever the next step is for you, even if it's meeting somebody and deciding to date if you're single. So let's get into the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups in reverse, first of all, I just want to point out that every card in this element of cups, the suit of cups that we've seen, has been in reverse. The Knight, the King, and now the 6. So, and this is the card that's most directly representing you this month. So I think that though the Knight and the King could have been you too. And your energy, that you're the one that's feeling like that maybe about things in your life or someone in your life, the way that I described the Knight and the King. And again, what you may be feeling that way about is something or someone from your past. So what the 6 of Cups in reverse tells us is that we got to get focused on the present and future. So even if you want to bring something or someone from your past into your life, back into your life, or they walk back into your life and you welcome them, or you decide to push them away, like whatever the case is, if you decide to move forward with them, or you don't, honestly, it's about coming into the present and the future. So you can make a plan that in the present and the future, they're not going to be a part of your life. Or you can make a plan in the present and the future, they are, but leave the past where it was. Like let's not live in nostalgia and old memories, especially where they were negative. We can really get stuck into this sort of energy of like the best of my years were behind me, or my times, I have like nothing to look forward to. And so it's really careful to stay away from that kind of thought process or energy. And if this is something or someone on which you keep finding yourself focused, again, that's another reason, especially in looking at it in consideration of Judgment sitting next to it. Not only is Judgment or 2, as a, major arcana card 20, it's a 2, so it's potentially about partnerships and second chances in many areas of your life, including romance and relationship, second time around. Abundance that is earned, so good things that are wanting to come to you. But it's also this kind of card about not being presumptuous and jumping to conclusions and assumptions. So based on a past event and or relationship or something, like, you cannot base the present or future on that. If you really feel that you want to experience it in your life now, then you have to bring it into your life now again and move forward with it, and not try to um, decide, judge how things will be based on some sort of preconceived notion from a past experience. Also in relationships, judgment can represent like a make or break kind of period, coming to a crossroad and needing to decide where do we go from here, if anywhere, which is pretty much what I was saying about the Six of Cups. And some people will decide to go to the next step or go to the end, as far as they can go. Oh, it's 222 on the second right now as I'm doing this. Or some people decide it's the end of the road, and they'll part ways, but it's time to decide. So moving on to work and finance, again, judgment, we're looking at that still, can also, as I mentioned, be about abundance that's earned in a very physical sense, in terms of money, assets, things like you deserve what's coming to you. It's reward, it's awards, it's promotion, it's ascension in terms of like spirituality. It is name recognition, and you being singled out, and people know that you're responsible for this wonderful thing that occurred, or some work, you're getting credit. It is bonuses and raises and new jobs and new relationships and all this kind of stuff, and that goes very nicely with your Ten of Pentacles, which again is a card of security and stability and happiness and joy, and how just a really pleasant household where you are content and at peace with your surroundings and your loved ones. Some of you may decide to leave your current job or career, maybe to start your own business, or perhaps just to move on into something new, to try something new, and because your heart's not in what you have been doing or had been doing previously. It's just not there anymore, and maybe it doesn't align with your ideologies. I think the last reading that I did for you, there were a lot of newfound spiritual connections. You guys so many of you were like awakening or going to the next level in your ascension process or down the spiritual path. And maybe as a result of that, something no longer aligns with your principles, your ideologies. So you got to get out of that job, or, or that person for whom you've been working, and move on to something that is a better fit for your purpose. Getting back to like the energy of the Chariot with which we started. Why are you moving or not moving? To what purpose, to what end is what you really got to be focused on right now in terms of your present and your future. Getting back to the card that's most directly representing you. Last but not least, the Queen of Swords upright in terms of love can be similar to that Chariot that we started with as well, in terms of being really impulsive and just overly forceful, and maybe so much so that while she doesn't mean to, she ends up pushing someone or something. I guess in this case it would be someone, because it says the love and relationship placement, pushing them away, or making them feel some type of way about a situation, or about her, and maybe about the idea of a relationship with her. So again, go easy. We've all heard that old saying that you can get more flies with honey than vinegar, and there's a way to deal with people and to express how you feel about them without ODing. Okay. Also, this can be about like a mother or mother figure, maybe like a mother-in-law, maybe a wife if you're a man and you want to leave and be with somebody else. This can be about them getting in the way, interfering, it's possibly malicious, but not necessarily. Right? She might not mean it at all. So you may, for some of you, it's just going to be a matter of you're in a happy relationship, but this person is intruding, and so you're going to have to set some boundaries, which is not that big a deal. Then I'm going to supplement these with some more cards from my fortune reading cards deck, because I feel like I'm telling everybody's fortune a month's worth of a predictive reading for a month out. Just wanted to be the Three of Cups just wanted to be seen. This is a card of celebration, reunions, also reconciliations. So again, people from your past. Three of Cups upright in a general sense, not even love and relationship, but in a general sense, says that you'll have at least one positive reunion, like during this period, with someone or something from your past. So either way, it's a positive reunion with which you'll be happy. It could be with your money. Maybe a fool and their money were once parted, and now they're being reunited in some way. A second chance, a second time around, like I said. All right, so with these cards, we're beginning with the world for you. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Yes, we're moving forward. We're not standing in the past anymore. And we're going to turn these around and pull 4 cards the same way we pulled these. So the first one will be most directly representing you this month, and it is another Judgment. You got Judgment here, and this card is also called Judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. So in relation to the Six of Cups, again, this soul searching is going to be tied to someone or something from your past, and deciding whether or not you want to bring it into your present and or future, or you don't. Surrounding energy, close friends, family members, and co-workers, again, love interests, mates, and all that stuff. Cracker, positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. I said this is rewards, awards. This is good fortune and things coming to you. So this aligns nicely with Judgment, as it sits next to another Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. Beware, be careful who you trust at this time. So again, especially I think for those of you who are thinking about getting into a new career or job, don't talk to too many people about it unless you really, really feel that you can trust this person. Remember, I said that somebody could have an emotional outburst at work with the King of Cups, especially if that's you. It could be somebody telling your business. So it doesn't have to be you directly, but it could be tied to you in that somebody's talking about you, spreading something that you didn't want told to other people. Like, I've been looking for a new job, and the boss doesn't like to hear that, and they may, you know what I'm trying to get to. Just be mindful. Last but not least, love and relationship, and the Queen of Swords. The card that's going with that is Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. Someone could be using the Queen of Swords' sword to make a clean cut away from someone, whether again it is a current relationship or it is one from their past that they're deciding not to give a second chance, and this is the end. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. I mean, just allow it to happen. Don't fight it. Allow things to be organic and natural, and to move forward for you. Hope you guys have enjoyed your reading. I'll be back for you next month. If you did like it, please hit the thumbs up button, comment, share, all of that. Subscribe if you haven't already by hitting both the subscribe button and the bell button. I mentioned the problems that I have with YouTube at the beginning of the reading, and one of them is the fact that my subscribers often don't get notified about my videos, and then they don't see them in the feed, and they can't even find me. They have to search for me in the search bar, and it's really ridiculous. So to try to ensure that you, or hope that you get your notification, please do hit both buttons, subscribe and bell. I do appreciate any and all of those that you choose to do, and I'm fine if you don't do any. I appreciate you even just watching. Thanks again. Namaste.